Our experience is always sorting out what we prefer and what we don't want to experience. We're always picking and choosing between things. I want to eat this over that. So it's preferences. Our experience in this world, our experience of being the body is the experience of preferences. And that's actually metaphysically really, really deep, because Jesus says that you could be everywhere, you could be anywhere, but in your mind you chose to experience yourself specifically where you find yourself. That's your choice, that's your decision. Nothing is thrust upon you. Everything is by your decision. Everything. And everything reflects your thoughts. Every relationship reflects your thoughts. You know, the thoughts that I have about this tree is making this body real for myself. And that's why Jesus says that no thoughts are idle. And practicing A Course in Miracles is looking at our preferences, because we are the victims of our preferences. Our lives are built around our preferences. We want to avoid certain experiences and attract other experiences. So even when we want something, we are pushing away the opposite of what we want. So in a sense, we are always pushing something away. We are always constantly rejecting. We are always trying to impose our own thoughts and what we prefer upon the reality. We don't allow the reality to be what it is. We're always picking and choosing. And that's what he talks about in the lesson 135. He talks about organizing the present, planning the future, and activating the past. And he says, don't plan. Because planning is choosing what you prefer. But when you get clear that you want the healing, then you cannot make old plans anymore. Because planning is always to reinforce our own self-concept, our false identity. Planning is always to reinforce that I'm Nana and I have my story. And my plans make it stronger. My plans prove that I'm Nana. So Jesus says, when you plan, you are defending. And in this lesson, he's actually asking us, he's saying, try not to shape this day as you believe would benefit you most, because you don't know what benefits you most. So he says, try not to shape this day as you believe would benefit you most. And he says, do not plan, and if you need any plans, it will be given to you. And be aware of your preferences, and don't allow those preferences to lock you in. And he says, the mind that plans is thus refusing to allow for change. And by change here he means a miracle. When you plan, you are not allowing a miracle to happen. Because for me now, planning and preferences are connected, and when you choose between things and you say, I prefer this, I prefer mushrooms over potatoes, and when you act on it and when you allow it to define your experience and direct your experience, when you take it seriously, then you are not allowing yourself to receive from Jesus, because he wants to give you all the time. He wants to give you so much, not in terms of the form, but he wants to show you the love and care, and he wants to free your mind. So he gives in many ways. But if you think that you don't like potatoes and he's sending you potatoes and you're pushing it away, you're pushing away the experience of feeling loved and cared for, feeling like you don't have to make anything happen, you don't have to struggle. And I found that myself. The other day I was reflecting that I have to let go of my preferences in so many ways, but then I receive so much because of that. I'm able to notice how much I am given from Jesus and by Jesus, because I practice not to push anything away and accept the form, even the form that comes. So the form is being used to free our mind. The form is not the goal, but it is being used to free our mind. And if we need a form, it comes to us. But if you think that you don't prefer that form, you are pushing away the very answer that Jesus is giving you. And it's actually major. Jesus mentions the phrase abundance of Christ. But if you are holding on to your preferences and plan based on your preferences, instead of asking our guide what it is that he wants for us, then you're not experiencing Christ's abundance. And real abundance is realizing that this world and this body and this person is not real. because this world and this body is the belief in lack. So when we prefer things and when we plan things from the place of lack, from the place of control, trying to organize the present, trying to plan the future based on our past experiences, based on our ideas of what will be best for me, what will benefit me, even spiritually. When we do that, we are not allowing the miracle to happen. And the miracle always leaves our mind. And I want to read the part from the course. It's from chapter 13, section 6, paragraph 4, from sentence 5, and he says, For to believe reality is what you would have it be according to your use for it is delusional. And this is what we are trying to do. We are trying to plan, thinking that reality is what you would have it be according to your use for it. And Jesus says that's delusional. You would destroy time's continuity by breaking it into past, present, and future for your own purposes, which is actually lack. You are thinking that you have a valid purpose of succeeding and earning and gaining and getting, but it's actually a purpose of lack. You would anticipate the future on the basis of your past experience and plan for it accordingly. So if you had some past experiences and you have some experiences that you think that you need to avoid, some places, some people, noise, you think you need to avoid those based on your past experience, you make the decision alone and you think, I need to avoid this, so I'm gonna plan my experience in a way that it does not include these places, these experiences, because I had this past experience. So that means that those beliefs and those judgments will stay uncorrected and you will run away from them. Yet by doing so, you are aligning past and future and not allowing the miracle which could intervene between them to free you to be born again. And every time we let go of our judgments and limiting ideas and thoughts, every time we let go of the idea of I know what anything is for, I am born again. I think I know what is best for me, but I don't. I think I know what spiritual awakening is, but I don't. I think I know what my brother is, but I don't. I think I know what healing is, but I don't. And if you come to this place of I don't know, then where are your preferences? Where is your planning if you don't know? Then you have to ask, because you don't know. You don't even know who you are, and you have to ask to be guided, to be shown. And Jesus guides us in a way that he first shows us that what we thought we were, we are not that. We're not that limited thing, limited idea we had about ourselves. He shows us again and again, and it's a perfect teaching. He's freeing us from all the thoughts, from all the attachments, from the need to control, to know. I want a miracle. I do not know. I want to see that my past is nothing. And Jesus says, you have everything right now. You have everything right now. To have the future unlike the past. You don't have to rely on your past experiences. You just need to rely on Him. You have everything right now that you need. So He's gonna use everything. He's gonna use our perception of form. He's gonna play with it in a way that everything is gonna merge together. Our perception is gonna merge. Into light. And He's gonna show us that the only need we have is our need for God and for nothing else. That we don't need anything in this world, and of this world we are free. If you let go of your preferences, if you are open, everything to be used, ask, and He will give you the answer, always.